Not supposed to do that.
Greetings, everybody. It is me, Bob Harris. It's Friday night. It's time to talk a little fantasy football, answer some of your questions. I hope you saw my tweets. Hit the @FFDiehards Twitter feed. I'm joined, as always, on Friday nights by Emil Kadlec, chief cook and bottle washer here at the Football Diehards outfit. Emil, how you doing this fine evening?
Having a blast. Glad it's Friday. The weeks are going way too fast.
Man, there's a lot going on. A lot going on this week. We'll start out in Kansas City with the Patrick Mahomes injury. A dislocated knee is the diagnosis. It was confirmed today via MRI. Also confirmed no extensive ligament damage. So the hope is the best case scenario called for like a 3-week, recovery. Maybe it takes a little longer than that. That seems like a very optimistic thing. But Albert Breer from SI.com was reporting a short time ago that the Chiefs internally feel like that they could get him back before the bye, which is week 12. What are we going to do in the meantime? Who's still worth playing, Emil?
Well, tough question. Matt Moore did not look good Wednesday night. However, Tyreek Hill still got a touchdown, still scored like 16 PPR points. I kind of got the feeling that Kelsey may be the guy who's going to win here. And, of course, Matt probably had very little preparation. He didn't get a lot of practice with the first team. He's obviously going to do that now. Zero.
But, so, just to, my view, it seems like that's kind of been his thing over the course of his career. He can come in and give you a pretty good half or a decent half, or at least, hold down the fort. And then when you ask them to do more extensive things, that can tend to be an issue. I'm kind of with you. I think Tyreek Hill, you're still playing every week. Travis Kelce, you're still playing every week. I think the offensive line woes there have me a little concerned about the rushing attack. But the defense, if it keeps showing up, I don't know if that was just the Broncos offensive line was so horrible. Joe Flacco, so horrible under pressure that just, they couldn't keep up with that. But if the Chiefs can mount that kind of defense or something similar, it gives them a chance. Andy Reid kind of known for, situations like this, coaching guys up, adjusting his scheme. So, one of the things that strikes me is Patrick Mahomes probably makes it a little easier as the coach or the guy, trying to scheme things up, because basically you say, okay, we have Patrick Mahomes. That's my plan this week, because he's going to make plays. He's going to do things with his legs, with his arm that other quarterbacks can't do. Matt Moore's not going to do those things, obviously, but when you have the kind of weapons he has at his disposal, and certainly in Hill and Kelsey, I think that bodes well, at least for those guys. I think he can do enough to be serviceable, and I think that's the best you can hope for, right?
Yeah, and the other problem you're having is LaShawn McCoy is getting the majority of he's getting 12 carries. Damian Williams back for a couple of weeks, 9 carries. And you got McCoy had 2 targets, 12, and Damian had 3 targets and 2 catches, -1. They're splitting that thing up, and that can't, unless they can find a way to run now, which is questionable, because they're going to put 8 in the box or whatever. They're going to make Matt Moore find a way to challenge them, so they're going to be right there at the line of scrimmage. So that doesn't bode well for the running backs in Kansas City for the next few
weeks. I'm
a
little bit worried. It just didn't seem like it's going really well. They haven't been able to make a concerted effort to run the ball. I think that's been a big problem. McCoy's looks good when he does run, but it just seems like they've had a hard time sticking with that. So that's a little bit of an issue for me. So again, if you're out there on the Twitter or checking out the Periscope or whatever, and you have some questions, go ahead and chime in. We'll be watching and monitoring for any decent questions.
Oh, we've already got 2 questions.
I saw the first one right here. Let me just throw it out to us. Let's go ahead and jump on one of those.
Fire away.
Need 3 of these 4. Need 1 of these 4, 3 of these 4 in a half-point PPR league. Bell, Mack, Kerryon Johnson, and Hyde.
Oh, wow. What do you think?
Look, I think in general, all these guys are fine plays. I want to play Bell. I know it's a tough matchup. I'm not going to sit him now that we have Sam Darnold back. Mack, look, I think it's, they've been really running the ball reasonably well. Hyde has been playing super well. I think I might go lay off Kerryon Johnson myself. The volume's been there. He hasn't been doing as much with it as I'd like to see. Maybe that would be my approach. I don't know. What do you think?
it'd either be Carry On or Hyde for me. I mean, Hyde had a really good. He fumbled last week, but then he ended up getting a touchdown and actually did really well.
Yeah, it's you know, so Darius Leonard's back for Indianapolis. If that's a concern for you, I mean, the defense should be a little better getting some players back. I'm just worried about the Minnesota matchup. It's tough for everybody. Yeah. I'm probably laying off Kerryon Johnson because of that matchup, and just he hasn't done as much with the workload. He's been getting great volume, just hasn't been doing as much with it as I'd like to see.
And we have 3 or 4 Periscope questions. You want to see these yet?
Go ahead, throw them out.
All right, I'll take the latest one since sometimes it fades away. Amari Cooper, if he goes, or Robbie Anderson?
Look, so you have the fallback, right? I mean, it's a Sunday night kickoff for the Cowboys. Look, if you can get a piece of this, you want a piece of this. That secondary in Philadelphia has been incredibly generous. We all know that. I'm a little worried, though. Do you really feel like, you know, Amari Cooper's got a full game in him? He only didn't make it through the first series last week. Didn't get on the practice field till today. You might want to check back on the website. I might have a little more on that or a little more detail as we head into Sunday. On the late breaking update section of the site, I'll be looking for more, a little background and just see how confident we should be. I mean, the problem for Robbie Anderson is obvious. He's got a really tough matchup. Stephon Gilmore's it's daunting, and that Patriot defense in general is daunting. So if I'm confident Cooper's going to play, and you'll know that in advance because, like I said, the Monday night fallback plan is Robbie Anderson. So I might wait and see how it's looking, see what the reporting is on Cooper. If I gain a little confidence that he's going to make it through full game, then yeah, I'm probably going to play him for sure.